Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today we are reading in Ramadan. And why do you think Ramadan is so important about reading?
Because we read Quran in it.
Because we read Quran in it. What happened in Ramadan?
We saw.
We're fasting, yeah. And the angel Jibreel came to the Prophet ﷺ, and what's the first thing he said to him? Iqra, read. So alhamdulillah, we're going to be reading Ramadan. Today I'm reading for you a book called A Party in Ramadan by Asma Mubin.
I have that.
Udin. You have that too?
No, we just brought it from the library. This too.
Okay, alhamdulillah. And it was written by Asma Mubin Udin and illustrated by Laura Jacobson. And I got this book from Sister Asma, and she started writing these books especially for you, because she knows that when you live in a country where a lot of people don't know what Ramadan is and there are a lot of other things happening, that it's nice to have a book that they talk about the same things that happen to you. And so she has written this book. She lives in Ohio. Anybody know where Ohio? Yeah. Well, she lives in Ohio. And alhamdulillah, she gave this book to me. Come in, have a seat, guys. And she writes in the beginning of her book, and if you write a book, you can do the same thing too. She said, this book is dedicated for my children, Yasmin, Hamza, and Yasin. May you always find strength and courage to live your beautiful faith. And Laura Jacobson, she wrote that this is for my mom, dad, Lisa, and as always, Craig, with love and thanks. So when you write your own book, you can write your dedication in the front. You can look at the pictures, and I'm going to read the words. And some of you are going to read the words too, I can see. Lena twirled around in front of the kitchen table, breathless and excited as her mother pulled out the invitation from a large envelope. Mom, Julia's going to have a pony at her party, and we get to ride it. Flecks of confetti fluttered out of the envelope onto the table. I never rode a pony before. Lena stopped twirling when she saw her mother's expression change. What's wrong? She asked. Somebody turn the page for me. Lena, Mrs. Ahmed said gently, Julia's party is next Friday during spring break, because you know Ramadan moves through the calendar. This year, it will be the first Friday of Ramadan. Ramadan? Lena looked at her mother's eyes. I'm going to fast that day, she said. But I can't miss the party. Her mother got quiet for a moment. Then she said, Lena, I know that the party means a lot to you. But do you want to fast on a different day? That's okay, because you're still too young to fast all day. But Auntie Sana's coming on Friday. And we're going to have iftar dinner today. And after that, we're going to break our fast. And I don't want to give up that day of fasting. That fasting day. Lena walked over to her mom. The party's in the afternoon. Can I just go and not eat or drink anything? I'll be home before iftar time. Her mom hesitated and then nodded. Yay! Thanks, Mom. Lena hugged her mom and then started twirling again. The day of the pony party finally arrived. The day of the pony ride party finally arrived. In the entryway of Julia's house, Lena and her mother introduced themselves to Julia's mother, Mrs. Bernard. Lena's mother explained that because Lena was fasting, that she would not be eating with the other girls. Oh, but we're not having a meal, says Mrs. Bernard. We're just having cake and punch. She can't eat or drink anything at all during the fast, said Lena's mother. Not even water. Not even water? Asked Mrs. Bernard. Her voice seemed very loud to Lena, who was embarrassed to think that her friends might hear. Julia and some of her party guests came to see who had arrived. It's Lena! They cried, Lena! Amy and Sydney ran and gave Lena a hug. Come see the pony! Gratefully, Lena gave her mom a quick hug and headed down the hallway with her friends. Turn the page. Let's see what happens. Streamers and balloons decorated the kitchen, and on the table, surrounded by pony plates and cups, was a large cake with chocolate icing.
Yum.
Through the kitchen window, Lena saw the pony. She and her friends ran out the door to join the others who were waiting for their turn to take a ride. When Lena's turn came, she sat high in the saddle and imagined that she was a princess. And she gently stroked the pony's neck, running her hand over his shiny, soft skin. Turn the page and let's see what happens. After the pony ride, the girls played tag and laughed and chatted with each other in the warm sunshine. Racing around made them thirsty, and Lena's classmates decided to go have some lemonade.
Uh-oh, yummy.
Then Lena remembered that she was fasting, and she didn't care about missing the lemonade. She was having a lot of fun at the party, and it was easy to be here at first and fast at the same time. Her mom had been worried for nothing. While the girls were having lemonade, Lena decided to swing. She pumped her legs and sailed high in the air. She closed her eyes and imagined that she was flying as the wind rushed across her, lifting the edges of her hijab. As the swing slowed down, Lena realized she was thirsty. Cold lemonade began to sound good. Lena thought about how refreshingly tart and sweet lemonade tasted, and how she liked ice cubes from the drink to melt in her mouth. She decided to ask her mom for lemonade at iftar time.